Hey beer babes, we are back, but I don't have my regular ragtag bunch of co-hosts. I've got someone very special and exciting on the pod today. We have the always amazing Tessa. Hey Tess, how's it going?
Hello. He told me not to look at the camera and shit. I've
So
already done it.
you don't have to look at the camera. You can look wherever you want.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming back on. We had such a great response to you on previously, so we just thought, why not get her back in? Let's strike while the iron's hot. Let's milk this for all it's worth.
My mum loved it. Shout out to Sue.
And that's what it's all about. This is really a podcast for the mums. So, Well, I was trying to think of a fun transition, but I can't. Today we're doing a couple of alcohol-free or like ultra-low alcohol beers. I was on Bricklane's website. I think I'm subscribed to their email list, and they sent out a little promo code for some like discounts. So I went on, had a look, and while I was buying some merch, I also got some beers. So today we're going to be putting two of Bricklane's limited releases up against each other. From their Sidewinder series, which is the ultra low alcohol, we've got a Passionfruit XPA and we've got a Lime XPA. So Tess, just from hearing that, very little information, do you have an early guess of which one you reckon might be your favourite?
Well, I have an early memory of passion fruit. Shall I share?
Please go ahead.
Okay, it's not. There's not much to it. When I was very small, I went to daycare at a family daycare, and in their backyard they had passion fruit growing along a wall here in Launceston, Tasmania. I knew nothing about passion fruit, but that feels like it should be a tropical fruit.
Yeah,
Like it should be.
I found
If it's not.
I would not, maybe a lime you'd find in your typical Lonnie backyard, but not a passion fruit. That's really surprised me, and I'm looking forward to a few more surprises while we get through these beers. So,
I'm here for the shock factor.
So, Tess, you've actually got a little bit of information about Bricklane for us. Do you mind telling us a little bit about what they're up to?
Yes, because I prepared this information myself and have definitely read it prior to this moment right now.
It's also, I don't know, for copyright, I guess. This is taken straight from the Bricklane website.
I didn't know that I was plagiarizing. So
We've acknowledged them. We've cited them. It'll be at the end of our
Harvard
report.
or Chicago. So this is ripped directly from their website without permission. A bit about the brewery from their website.
That was a prompt for me.
I know.
But yeah, please, go on.
Like brick laneways around the world, Brick Lane Brewery brings communities together through inclusivity and diversity, sustainability and innovation. Fiercely independent. Brick Lane is at the forefront of craft brewing, having created a community where lovers and makers of great beer can unite. From a state-of-the-art brewery designed with sustainability and efficiency in mind, with a range of Australian firsts, using world-leading technologies and equipment. Our wide range of beers are created for all taste profiles and occasions, spanning from the everyday refreshment to the super special limited releases. Our beers are designed to welcome everyone in without judgment. We brew beer which is fun to make and fun to drink. Everyone is welcome at Brick Lane Brewing.
It's close enough.
Everyone is welcome at Brick Lane Brewing Community.
Thanks for giving us a little bit more info about Bricklane Brewing Tess. So I think no time like the present. I think we should jump in and try the first one. So I thought maybe we should start with your passion fruit, because it seems like that's got a special place in your heart. So hopefully this beer will do the same. So that's in the glass there, Tess.
I just moisturised my hands, so I'm a bit worried it'll slip out.
Yeah, I've had a bit of a taste of this already, and it's got like a strong fruity vibe, which I guess is not particularly surprising. I'm not a huge passion fruit guy. I don't think I've ever eaten one like properly. I think the only time I can remember having it is in like, when you buy like a really fancy yogurt and it's got like the decadent sauce stuff in it. Yeah, I think
does that a lot.
Yeah. So I think that's the only time I've ever had passion fruit, and I feel like that's a real passion fruit. Again, that's a passion fruity vibe. You get like the little seeds and stuff in there. It's got like that sort of a really nice fruity smell, I think I prefer the smell to the taste of this beer. What about you, Tess?
I actually don't mind it. It hasn't made me go ugh, at all. The smell kind of reminds me, which this makes sense. Is it what's that soft drink that's passion fruit? Is it
Passiona.
Passiona? Yeah.
Mm.
Having said that, I haven't had that in like 10 years, so it smells like the memory of Passiona.
I 100% agree with that. It's
Passiona for grown-ups.
Passigrona ups.
We should be on their marketing team, and I don't know why we're not.
Exactly.
We could make our own passion fruit beer and market it ourselves.
We'll have to cut all this so they don't know. About this beer, Bricklane say on their website, find your passion with bright aromas of passion fruit, guava, and mango. These upfront flavours harmonise with subtle biscuity malt characters. They also note that it comes in at less than 0.5% alcohol.
What is guava?
Don't know, I think it's like... No idea. I want to guess like a tropical fruit.
Just like the Tasmanian passion fruit.
Let me cut to a guava right now.
Can I have one too?
Yep.
And then I chop it.
Okay. I don't know
why it went that way.
I don't know how hard it's going to be for me to...
You throw it to me and then I cut it. You do a throwing gesture.
That's going to be fun. So, Tess, I'd love to know, what do you think of this beer? Just a real short, sharp review. What do you think?
I actually really like it, and I feel like I would drink it. Like I would drink it. Not you would. Will never forces me to drink a beer.
Okay, I'm really glad we're getting that out now.
But I would. What's the opposite of like? I would drink it by choice.
Socially, even.
Socially, that's probably what people say. Yeah, I feel like my only concern would be that even though I suppose it is really low alcohol, so...
It's 0.1 standard drink.
Which is enough for me to get drunk off one. Because I don't drink alcohol, except for when I'm on this episode, this podcast.
You're already drunk.
I hope my mum's not still watching. Yeah, I like it and I would drink it.
So, Tess, do you know much about XPAs?
Nothing. Tell me more.
So I thought, because you're on the podcast and we're all about learning together, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about XPAs. And so maybe while I do that, you could try their other beer, the lime XPA. I
have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
When transitioning between drinks that have different flavours... How do you, I have water here. Should I drink that?
Go for it. We normally just barrel on through, but...
How are you meant to truly know the difference?
It's a deep question for another time, I imagine. Okay. So yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about XPAs while you have a taste. I found a really nice little write-up on thestout.com.au where they talk about extra pale ales. So they say that it is a style perfectly suited for Australia. Convenient, because that is where we are. Sitting somewhere between an American Pale Ale and an Indian Pale Ale. It is a style that has captured the Australian consumer. Described as an American adaptation of English Pale Ales, XPAs is generally lighter in colour than English Pale Ales and has less caramel flavour. The nose for XPA is normally a moderate to strong hop aroma, with citrusy hop characteristics being a very common feature. With the hop-forward natures of XPAs, the maltiness is less predominant to help support the hop characteristics, which is why... So I think, again, I do preface this with not knowing anything about beer, but I think in my head, the way I've worked it out, is the hops are the lighter, fruitier, fun flavours, whereas the malts are the heavier, stronger, darker flavours.
Which did this have less of? I'm guessing malts. Less malts.
Less malts, more hops, generally. I don't know how it works with these super low alcohol beers, but that's a general rule for XPAs. So, Tess, we've just had the Sidewinder Lime XPA. So, what do you think?
I tend to forget stuff. like straight away. So I've written some notes. I wrote yum, less beerish, and light.
And I really liked that sometimes